everyone, this is Tony from Her Homestead Skills, and today's video is probably a little bit different from the usual for me. I decided to take a trip to my local Walmart and see what kind of canning supplies they have in stock, and they don't really have very much. It looks like in Ontario and perhaps all of Canada, Canadian Tire would be the place to shop for canning supplies. And I'm going to recommend quite heartily the way I did 2 years ago. It looks like things aren't getting any better, and I still suggest buy what you can now. Prepare now. I don't know if it's going to get any better for the fall, if there's going to be any more stock, so buy what you can when you can, if you need it. I myself have been buying so many jars in the last 2 years that I'm okay, and probably will not be buying any. I also have stocked up on at least 2 years worth of regular canning lids, so I'm okay there. And I know that Dollarama is where most of us in Canada have learned to buy our regular mouth canning lids, because they're $2.50 a pack, and they used to only be $2 a pack, but today they're still $2.50 a pack, whereas they're closer to $4 or $5 even at Canadian Tire, and so that's a pretty hefty difference. So, and yes, I stocked up, and not while it was in short supply, but when there was adequate supply, I made sure that I purchased a little bit at a time, the way I always do, and I have more than enough stock for this year and probably for next as well. So, but that's just on the regular mouth. And I have a lot of wide mouth jars, and I will only use them where necessary. So, simply because the cost of the lids is a little bit outrageous. So the other thing that I did while I was at Walmart, I decided to check out a few grocery items, and they were quite busy. You know, it's a Friday, and they were quite busy there today, and I did find something I have been looking for, which is whole milk powdered milk, and it's a small bag, and quite shockingly, it is not cheap. Not by any stretch of the imagination. Let me put on my reading glasses so I can give you an idea of, okay, it was $12.97 for this package, and this package is 500 grams. It claims it makes 4 liters. Now I can get 4 liters of milk for about half that cost. So, yeah, expensive. I have no idea why this would be an advantage, except that to have it in stock when you may need it for when you don't have regular milk in house. But I really see no, I mean, I did buy it, I'm going to try it, and yes, it does not have a long shelf life. It says that it's manufactured February the 10th of 2022, and it is best before November the 10th, 2022. So it does have a little bit of a shelf life, but not a tremendous amount. My only issue is that I could get 8 liters of milk for the same price that I paid for 4 liters. So, okay, that was one item. I've never tried it. I want to try it. So, in spite of the cost, I did pick it up. Number 2, somebody told me, don't knock it until you try it. Well, I've never tried it, so I bought one. Now, this also was $3.97. my cost, so I don't really see this as being a very economical product to buy. I can certainly buy pork at greater quantity for the same or less money. It does say it's pork, water, salt, modified potato starch, sugar, and sodium nitrate are the ingredients. So, not bad. Obviously, the one great advantage to something like this is the shelf life. And this is best before 2025. February the 23rd, 2025. So that is 3 years from now. Almost 3 years. So, yes. Emergency shelf life. Awesome product. A good buy for meat economically? I wouldn't say so. And I have no idea what it tastes like, and I'm not going to say it's bad because I have no idea. It probably is fine. I'm sure if you fry it up and you know, you fry it up with some onions and some other things, it probably is quite nice. It probably tastes like ham, I'm assuming. So, and I don't see an issue with that. So, number 3 item, excuse me, I just dropped my receipt here. The third item that I bought, which is probably a little more familiar to some people, perhaps not. It is also a brand name, but it is corned beef in a can. Once again, another item that is extremely shelf stable. So yeah, shelf life on this product is August 17, 2026. So that is awesome for storing for shelf life. So once again, the value here is not so much the product as it is the ability to store it, because this too was not inexpensive. It cost me $4.27, and I'm sure I can get fresh corned beef for about the same price. So the true value is in the ability to put it on your shelf and leave it there. So anyway, that is my assessment here so far. I haven't tried these products. Mark is telling me that he has tried the corned beef in a can before. I don't believe he's ever tried Spam, and neither have I. So anyway, that is my attempt to see if this is something that I would like to put on my shelf, to make sure that I have some meat products that are shelf stable. I will try them, and when I do, and I have no idea when. I don't want to open this up just for myself. I want to let Mark know that I did purchase it, and hopefully he'll try them with me. And if they are something that we want to put on our shelves, we will do so. Once again, I firmly believe, don't buy and don't store things that you're not going to eat. So if we're not going to eat it, there's no point in buying it. But on the other hand, if we don't even try it and we don't know what it's like, that's not fair either. So you want to give something a fair opportunity to see if it is something that you would eat. So anyway, okay, this is Tony from her Homestead Skills. I hope you enjoyed my little shopping spree with me. And yes, I highly recommend that you continue to stock up. I'm still hearing not so good things. Certainly don't believe in creating the panic buy that I'm looking for. I don't want to be the cause of it, but I do want to make sure that people have an opportunity to stock up little by little by little before there is a crunch. Anyway, I will be growing as much food and canning as much as I can this year, and anyone who hasn't started a garden and wishes to, go for it. It is work, but it is very rewarding. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.